Hello, Emily here. I wanted to talk to you guys today about a question that I get all the time. Or not really a question, it's more so of a comment or a struggle or a problem. I hear women and clients come to me all the time saying, I'm eating healthy, I'm working out, I'm doing this, but I'm just not losing weight. And this is a problem. I lived like this for a long time. I had a problem where I hit plateaus. I wasn't losing weight. I thought I was doing things right, but I just wasn't losing weight. I wasn't getting to where I wanted to go. If weight loss is your goal, this is for you. If not, share with someone who has weight loss as a goal, because this is going to be really beneficial for them. So the top 5 things that I see, what are some of the reasons why we're not losing weight? Number 1, you're eating more than you're burning. So every single person on this planet has a set amount of calories they burn every single day. It starts off with, it's come together and it's based on your age, your weight, your height, and your current activity level. Every person, based on their age, their weight, their height, has a BMR, basic metabolic rate. How many calories they burn every single day if they were to do absolutely nothing but lay in bed. And then, on top of that, you have your daily energy expenditure, how many calories you burn walking from your car to your house, to work, when you walk the dog, maybe you're taking a bike ride with friends, playing volleyball. Whatever you're doing outside of your basic metabolic rate to burn calories. And then we have exercise as well that burns calories. And then if we're doing that, then our total daily energy expenditure is higher. So, say for me, I usually burn about 2,400 calories a day, just based on my movement, what I do, how active I am, and how the types of exercise that I do as well. So say I eat 2,600 calories. I do that by tracking my macros, putting in and measuring things out, and figuring out what I'm eating. If I'm eating 2,600 calories and I'm burning 2,400 calories, I have a 200 calorie surplus. Then I'm going to gain weight. So, this isn't, that inherently isn't bad, but if weight loss is our goal, then that's not what we should want to be doing. If weight loss is your goal, you want to be at a slight caloric deficit. So, with that being said, I would say about 200 to 500 calories a day. I would say about 10 to 20% of your daily intake of your calories. So say my daily intake or my daily burn of calories, my TDEE, is 2,400 calories. 10% of that would be 240 calories. 20% of that would be 480 calories. So that's a rough estimate of how many calories I want to be decreasing in my diet to lose weight. So if you're eating more than you're burning, you're going to gain weight, you're not going to lose weight. Also, if you're eating just as much as you're burning, your body's going to stay the same. You're not going to lose weight. I'm just checking my phone here to make sure that I'm going over all of the points that I made. Number 2, not eating enough. This is a huge thing. If you are burning calories, which we all do every single day, and you are not eating enough to sustain what you're doing, your body is going to hold on to fat. It is going to say, oh my God, help me. Help. I need fuel. I need to survive. And your body doesn't know that you're trying to lose weight. It's just trying to survive. So it's saying, okay, I don't have a lot of calories every single day, so I need to conserve them as much as I can. So in order to do that, I am going to hold on to my fat and save as much energy as I can. So not eating enough will definitely make a huge difference if you're trying to lose weight. Number 3, you eat. Alright, number 3, you only eat clean foods. You only eat healthy foods. The problem with this is that a lot of the times, if we're just following clean eating or healthy foods, it's not something that we can adhere to 100%. So what I mean by that is that if you're eating chicken and broccoli, chicken and rice, tofu broccoli, tempeh broccoli, almonds and apple for a snack, banana. Like, yes, that's healthy and that makes you feel good and that makes you perform well and it's awesome. But if that is not something that you enjoy and it's not something that you like, you're never going to stick to it. The best diet for you, and I tell this to my clients all the time, I don't promote one specific diet because the best diet is going to be different for each individual person. Whatever you can stick to long term, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you not think about food all the time, is going to be what works for you. So what works for me is I like to track my macros. I like to eat clean. I don't know, I hate the word clean. What is clean food? I like to eat healthy, micronutrient dense food about 70-80% of the time. And then I really love to eat fun, happy foods that are good for my mental health and good for my soul. So like yesterday, I'm currently trying to lose some weight. And by lose weight, I mean lose body fat, kind of composition. The number on the scale doesn't matter to me. It's more so about changing the way my body looks and losing body fat rather than losing weight. If you want to know the difference between the two, write a comment down below and I'll make a video about that. But I wanted, I forgot where my head was at. Oh, yesterday I went out for ice cream and donuts. And that was a mental thing for me. That was something that I needed mentally. I've been doing really well on eating really well, hitting my macros, making sure that I'm getting enough calories and that I'm also in a calorie deficit, increasing my energy expenditure. And I was just on a really good streak. And it was something that I wanted, and it was something that I had. I had 2 donuts and ice cream, and it was amazing. And I got in a great workout today. I went on a bike ride. Like, I had so much more energy for things that I have been wanting to do, and just more mental clarity and an even greater push to now just keep going. And so for me and for each person, it's individual. If eating clean really works for you, then do it, but make sure you're doing it in a way that you are aware of how much you're actually eating. That's kind of one of the things that'll go into my next point, but one of the things I have with clean eating is not all the time. You're not always aware of how much you're eating. You think you're eating maybe 100 calories of almonds, but handfuls later it's about 600 to 800 calories. But you're eating healthy, right? So you should be losing weight. That's where this kind of all came from. Okay, my next point, number 4. You are not tracking your food properly. So what I mean by that, what I do and I have most of my clients do, if it works for them, if it fits with their schedule, their style, is I have them track their macros. So you track your calories you're eating every day, your protein, fats, and carbs. Those are your macronutrients, protein, fats, and carbs. We're also looking for micronutrients. That's super important. Micronutrients being vitamin, minerals, fiber, and things that we get from our food that elevate our health. And so if you're not tracking properly, just like I said in the almonds, you think you're having 100 calories of almonds, but you could potentially be having 600 because nuts and things like that add up quickly. I'm using nuts as an example, but this could be with anything. This could be with pasta. This could be with donuts. It could be with anything. Making sure that you are, when you can, measuring the best you can. Measuring in the way of using, maybe you're using a food scale. Maybe you're using measuring cups. The food scale is going to be the most accurate way, but it's not. The food scale is going to be the most accurate way. It's going to be the most accurate way that you can track your progress, but it's not. For me, it was something that when I started tracking my macros, I knew that I didn't really want to get into it because I knew my relationship with food and my relationship with my body wasn't sound and it wasn't perfect, and I didn't want to get super controlling and super fixated on measurements and scale. I wanted more food freedom, and that's kind of what helped me. So if you think you don't have the best relationship with food or your body, I would say measuring cup, more loose tracking. The last and final reason that I see people aren't losing weight or that they're hitting a plateau is they are not sleeping enough. This is something that I struggle with. It's something that I have to work on. It's getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. When we don't sleep enough, our hormone levels are elevated and they're all out of whack, and so it causes our body to react. Sometimes we hold on to fat. It increases our stress hormones, and then it also makes cravings really hard the next day. Have you ever noticed when you don't get a good night of sleep, how much more you're craving the next day, how much your hunger levels are up? Your body is looking for energy because you haven't gotten enough while you're sleeping, so it's looking for energy from food. So get enough sleep. Also, side note, not a top 5 tip, but drink your water. Drink your freaking water. If you're losing weight, if you're gaining weight, if you're maintaining, if you're just trying to be a healthy individual, water is so important. So make sure you're getting enough. I would say more than half your body weight in ounces every day. Probably 0.75 ounces, depending on how active you are and how much you're sweating out water. If you like this video, please comment down below what you liked about it, what you think, and it could be your issue. And then share it with someone who is maybe trying to lose weight, or someone who is trying to drop body fat percentage and could use some of these tips and tricks to help them lose a little bit more weight, or maybe lose body